Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bertin Cortez, and I am the original affiliates manager. Thank you for joining us today for this Desire Resorts and Erotic webinar. I do thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to join us and get to know better what the Desire concept and the resorts that we have to offer are all about. Joining me behind the scenes is Monse Atilano, our affiliates executive. She'll be replying to all of your questions, your comments. So feel free to use the chat box to send greetings, to any suggestions, or just to say hi to Monse, and use our Q&A section for any questions that you may have regarding our resource or the presentation that we are viewing today. So again, thank you for joining us, and we'll go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned, today's webinar is focused on Desire Resorts and the products that make up Desire Resorts, which are Desire Riviera Maya Resort, Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort, and the mansion at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with Desire Resorts, here's a brief explanation or detailed of what the Desire concept is all about. And the Desire experience was designed and is for couples only, 21 years of age. Or older. And what we offer is a unique experience. Our resource and the concept is clothing optional. And what we aim to do is to allow our guests to feel free and experience a vacation completely different from anything that they have enjoyed previously. As I mentioned, we have two resorts and a resort within the resort. Our first resort is Desire Riviera Maya Resort. Then we have Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort and the mansion, which is located within Desire Pearl Resort. These are some key words that best define the Desire concept, which, as I mentioned, is a couples only concept. It's clothing optional. It's very secluded for privacy and for a more intimate feel. And the experience is completely sensual. So these are words that'll help you better understand what you have to look forward to when visiting one of our Desire resorts. Now, up on the screen, we can view our demographics. Now, these are our desired demographics. However, it's not limited or restricted to this age range. This is what we aim to have at the resort, ages from like 35 to 50 years old. However, our actual age range does go from like 35 to 65, 70 years young. Now, it's also for couples, again, as I mentioned, that are 21 years or older, that are looking for an exclusive and erotical or an erotic vacation with a clothing optional ambience. Is aimed more for heterosexual couples, and this is mainly because of the activities that we have going on at the resort, and due to all of our guests being heterosexual. Now, we also do have more detailed psychographic data, and this I won't dwell or go into it in much detail because we can share it with you at the end of the webinar by sending you our presentation, and you can always have this information at hand. But to summarize it, our guest is obviously open-minded, very adventurous, They're very tolerant to different points of views, different type of entertainments, are curious, and that's one of the reasons why they do visit resorts like ours. And that's just to name a few things that our guests seem to indulge in. Now I'm gonna get started with our first resort, which is Desire Riviera Maya Resort. Desire Riviera Maya is located in Bahia Petempiche. That's the name of like the community where Desire Riviera Maya Resort is in, and it's in Puerto Morelos, just about 15-20 minutes south of Cancun. This is our main pool or our sensual pool at Desire Riviera Maya Resort. This is where all the daily entertainment and activities pretty much take place. Here we have our jacuzzi lounge, which again is a very intimate area. This area in particular, along with our playrooms, um, are areas where guests can be intimate with each other around or surrounding the jacuzzi. We do have lounge beds. Now, inside of the jacuzzi, guests cannot have intercourse, but in the lounge beds or the lounge chairs, this is an area where guests, as I mentioned before, can be intimate with each other, as well as in our playrooms. Here we have Melange, which is our lobby bar. This is where our guests meet and greet each other, either before their dinner reservations or before the nightclub opens. Maybe they enjoy dinner around 6:15. Between 8 and 9, they have sorry, between 8 and 10, they have free time, so they can get to know other guests, meet new people, and enjoy drinks at the Melange lobby bar. And the bar is located just right behind the front desk. Suki, which is our Asiatic specialties restaurant. Now, no reservations are needed here except for the seats that surround the griddle for the more in life experience. Now, our signature restaurant is Salo, and this is where guests can enjoy a great dinner, very elegant. The scenery itself is very delightful, and obviously, the meals themselves are just out of this world. This is Tentacione Restaurant, which is our lunch restaurant, and this restaurant is right behind or to the side of our main pool at Desire Riviera Maya Resort. Now, while I'm on this topic, I do have to mention that even though our resorts are clothing optional, clothing is required when dining at one of our restaurants. And here we have our nightclub. This is where the nightly entertainment and the fun happens. And within the nightclub is where our playrooms are located as well. And this would be our playroom at Desire Riviera Maya Resort. As I mentioned, this is an area where guests can be intimate with each other. Now, these areas where intercourse is permitted are restricted to couples only. We know that the resort itself is a couples only resort. However, if you do want to access the playroom or the jacuzzi area, you do have to enter it with your significant other. Now I have an example here of one of our suites at Desire Riviera Maya Resort, and this would be our oceanfront passion suite. Is This is one of our most demanded suites at the resort. Now, guests at Desire Riviera Maya can also enjoy an erotic massage at our exotic spa, and this can be a couples massage as well. Now, if you don't know, we're very keen on themes, whether it's theme nights, theme months, themed events. And what we have on here, and I apologize for the error, these are theme nights for 2021, not 2020, but these would be the theme nights that we have throughout the week. We start off with our masters and mistresses, and we end on Sundays with our gods and goddesses theme night. And these are our brand new theme nights for 2021, which we changed it up a little bit starting on Monday with our anything but human theme night. We also have our Latin Fever theme night, which is on Fridays, which is just such a big hit with our guests. And then we finally have our Sexy Uniforms theme night on Sundays. We've also added a pool party to our weekly entertainment, and this is called our Candyland Pool Party, which takes place on Wednesdays at Desire Riviera Maya Resort. Now I'm going to get into Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. Um, both of our resorts are obviously the same concept, couples only, clothing optional. One of the ways that each resort stands aside from each other or sets itself apart from each other is one, the size of the resorts. Desire Riviera Maya Resort has 114 rooms compared to the 88 rooms that Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort has. Also, the type of guest that frequents each resort. Desire Riviera Maya Resort has a more sociable guest in the sense that they mingle with everybody at the resort, and that's what they're looking for. And what I've noticed at Pearl is that it's like a more intimate um selection of who the guests want to interact with. And also the facilities themselves. In my opinion, Desire Via Maya Pearl Resort seems like a more elegant, sophisticated decor. But the resorts themselves, as far as the service, the attention that you get from our staff, they're both out of this world. Here we have the main pool at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. Again, this is where the pool party takes place. This is where the daily activities are happening. And this is the jacuzzi at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. As I've mentioned previously, the jacuzzi area is where guests can be intimate with each other. And again, you do have to access this area with your significant other. This would be Aphrodite restaurant, which serves breakfast and lunch, and it does have a beautiful view of the ocean. And here we have our Suki restaurant, which again is our Asiatic specialties restaurant at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. The difference between this restaurant at the one at Desire Riviera Maya Resort is that you can notice there are no seats, or there is no griddle for that teppanyaki experience. And our signature restaurant at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort is called Pearl, and you can see from the image, it's a very elegant and unique restaurant. The experience to dine here as well is just out of this world. There is obviously a designated menu for the guests. However, if it's not appealing to you, you can order something from our a la carte menu. But while you're dining there, you're just feeling part of the whole dinner experience because everybody from the host to the waiters to the chef um are greeting you, are trying to just go out of their way to make this whole dining experience very unique. Here we have our nightclub, which is called Obsession at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. And again, this is where the nightly entertainment does happen. The nightclub opens at 10. It usually opens up with some choreography with our playmakers. For example, during our Latin Fever night, they do have a whole salsa, bachata, and merengue choreography to get everybody just worked up so that they're loosening up their legs and their feet and they're able to enjoy the Caribbean music that they'll be listening to. And this is where our playroom is also located, and this would be the playroom at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort, again within the nightclub, as I mentioned. And I do need to point it out again, this is a couples only area. In order to access it, you do have to be there with your significant other. And here we have our ocean view room at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. Most of the rooms have a partial or a full ocean view at the resort. And these are our theme nights for 2021. We start off again on Monday with our anything but clothes theme night versus the one at Riviera Maya, which was anything but human. We have our tropical night on Friday, which again, these type of theme nights are such a big hit with our guests. They love to come down here and feel that Latin energy while on the dance floor. And then we close up the week with our Desire University theme night. Now, I do want to highlight that dressing up for one of our theme nights is not mandatory. However, most of our guests, and I'd have to say around 90-95% of our guests look forward to dressing up. Um, Again, they really enjoy the themes that we put together, and it's a lot of fun to dress up and participate in these theme nights, especially when nobody knows you and nobody cares about how much fun you actually have. Now, as part of our entertainment, we also have our pool party, which is our Candyland pool party at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort, and it takes place on Thursdays. So remember, at Riviera Maya, it takes place on Wednesdays, and on Thursdays, it takes place at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. Now we've made it to Desire Mansion, which, as I mentioned, this is a resort within the resort. It's located within Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort. We opened in January 2020. It's a very unique and upscale property as far as like the installations, the service that you get as well. I'm gonna play a short video for you. Unfortunately, we're having technical difficulties with the sound, but I think that the video itself will transmit what guests can look forward to when staying at the Desire Mansion. So if you can see, it does have its own pool, its own bar, its own front desk. It also has its own restaurant. So this is what really makes it the resort within the resort. You notice it does have its own lobby bar as well. So guests staying at the mansion really never have to leave the mansion. However, they can invite a guest that is staying at Desire Pearl to visit them at the mansion. And obviously they do have access to Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort itself. However, guests staying at Pearl cannot access the mansion without being invited by a guest staying there. And if you can see from the video, it also does have its own playroom. So everything that you find at Pearl Resort, you'll be able to find within the mansion. This is one of my favorite suites, which has the swim up pool and the swing right on the balcony. So if you notice, we did try to give it that luxurious feel to make it stand out from Desire Via Mile Pearl Resort itself. And these are just some of the amenities that are included for guests staying at the mansion. Now, this video, along with other ones that I may play for you during the presentation, can be found in our media site, which at the end of the presentation, I'll put that on a slide for you as well. Now, here are the exclusive benefits that guests can enjoy while staying at the mansion, which is a personalized butler. They do have VIP check-in. You have VIP transfers included during your stay. There is a VIP welcome kit also that is provided to you. And as I mentioned, guests staying at the mansion do have a guest pass for those guests that are staying at Desire Pearl. As you saw from the video as well, it does have its own private pool, its own restaurant. There's 24-hour room service, its own playroom. So again, it's a very luxurious resort within a resort. Now, you do have one massage and one beauty salon service included. This is important because they're not unlimited services. And now I'm gonna play a video for you that hopefully, well, this video um aims to transmit what we have to look forward to, which is our Sexy Young and Wild theme month, which is all of August at both Desires, beginning on August 1st and it ends on August 31st. And these are some of the theme weekends that we're gonna have during our Sexy Young and Wild um theme month, which is during August. So if any of your guests are looking to turn it up a notch, get naughtier, August is the month for them to visit Desire Resorts. And this is our eighth edition. So as you can see, it has been a big hit with our guests. So this is something that you can really use to market our resorts, to get the word out, to let everybody know that Desire Resorts is the place to be. Now we also have our Desire Lifestyle Month, which runs throughout all of January at both resorts as well. So these are two theme months that are very popular with our guests, and they will surely help you entice your clients into asking for more information. Now, there is also a video for our Desire Lifestyle Month available on our media site. And as we all know, the current situation that has us all fed up already, um, we did implement our seductive and sanitized safety protocols at Desire Riviera Maya, or excuse me, at Desire Resorts. So we've taken all the recommendations, all the suggestions, and we're keeping up with all of the standards that the WHO has sent out, and obviously everything that our own government has set up as restrictions. So we are complying. We're trying to reduce any possibility of guests having to interact with a lot of surfaces or um, with our staff without having the proper personal protection kit available. Now, to help you get the best out of promoting our Desire resorts, we do have Desire Rewards. And this is an incentive program that looks to provide you with extra benefits for every sale or every reservation that you may generate for Desire Resorts. We are running a special campaign, or we will start running a special campaign tomorrow, which will pay out 10 extra points for every booking reported between May 1st and June 30th, 2021. That would be your booking date. Now, the travel date is for our Sexy Young and Wild theme month, which again is from August 1st through August 31st, 2021. So for every booking that you generate for our Sexy Young and Wild theme month, you will not only get the points that correspond to each night and the room category that you book, but on top of that, you'll get 10 extra points. Now, a 3-night minimum stay is required in order for you to be able to report your booking in Desire Rewards. And just as a reminder, each point is worth $1. So if you book our ocean view for 4 nights at Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort, you're looking at 36 points, which can translate to $36. But on top of that, you'll be earning 10 extra points if you book this reservation for our Sexy Young and Wild month. So that's 10 extra dollars on top of the commission that you're earning through our affiliate program. Now, you don't necessarily have to cash out. You can add up your points and then redeem them for a complimentary stay at the resort. And last but not least, we will also be running a special commission campaign, which is our Sexy Young and Wild campaign. This will consist in paying a fixed 20% commission on all bookings generated between May 1st and June 30th for our Sexy Young and Wild month, which again is from August 1st through August 31st. So again, this is your chance to earn 20% commission if that's not the tier that you're located on already. And on top of that, you'll be able to earn 10 extra points by reporting your sale in Desire Rewards. Now, as I mentioned, we do have a media site where you're able to download all of our logos, photos, videos, virtual tours, and more. All you have to do is visit media.original-group.com. And on there, we have everything segmented by product. And then within each product, you'll be able to find their logos, the photos, and we've arranged them also by top 2, top 5, top 10. Again, we try to provide you with any digital content that you may need to better promote our resource. So if you're doing a lot of promotion on social media, I think the videos that we have available for you will generate a lot more interaction with your clients as well. Now, on my end, that is all I have regarding the presentation. Now, before we get done, I am going to address any questions that may be pending. And again, feel free to just ask any questions because the more you know about our resource and our concept, the easier it will be for you to be able to convert those clients into reservations. So with that being said, I'm going to look over our questions and we'll be addressing each one accordingly. Okay, I am going to try to address all of the questions. Even though Monse has been replying in the chat, I see a question here that asks us if and I'm guessing that you're asking about intercourse because the question reads not in the pool area. That is correct. Intercourse is not allowed in the main pools or anywhere else but the jacuzzi area and our playrooms. Is there a dress code? There is a dress code for the dinner restaurants. And all of this information can be found on our website. If you hover over each thumbnail of each restaurant, it will flip over and it provides you with the dress code as well. Okay, I have a question here asking us if we have any tips on marketing to find the right type of client without offending others. That's actually a great question. I think that our psychographic data should help you better target your marketing campaigns, as you said, without necessarily offending others. But if you prefer, you can send us an email and we can put together a phone call to try to improve any marketing that you're trying to do for our resorts. Okay, I have a question here asking us, is there any type of protection from live videos being shared on social media? If this question refers to the resorts, recording or pictures being taken in public areas like the pool, the nightclubs, the restaurants is not permitted. All of this is with the intent to protect each one of our guests' privacy. Okay, I have a question here that asks, what is the max in each room category? The maximum occupancy in each room is 2 guests, except for our Sexy Young and Wild theme month and our Desired Lifestyle month. Those are the only 2 months where we make exceptions and allow up to 3 guests within the room, as long as it is 1 male and 2 females. Okay, I have another question here regarding the dress code, which I believe I've already addressed. Again, do visit our website and hover over each restaurant to be able to identify which what dress code is required. But mainly, a dress code is required for dinner. That's where you do have to dress up a bit more. For breakfast and lunch, there's not necessarily a dress code as long as you are wearing some type of clothes. Okay, again, I'm seeing many questions regarding intercourse. The only places that this is allowed is in the jacuzzi area and the playrooms. Outside of those two areas, it is only allowed in your room. So no beach, no bar, no lobby, nowhere else. But the jacuzzi area and the playroom. Okay, I have a question here that asks us how are threesomes booked? Threesomes are booked directly on our website, but again, the option to book more than two guests in one room will only be available during January, which is our Desire Lifestyle Month, and during August, which is our Sexy, Young, and Wild theme month. Okay, I have a question here regarding the capacity of the resort. If we will the resort be booking a limited amount of guests? If the question here refers to the resort as a whole, we're currently not there yet to where we do have to set a limit of the amount of guests that we're receiving. Now, we do have a question here that asks, how do I connect with your site? Remember that as an original affiliate, you do have access to originalaffiliates.com, which is where you will find your dashboard under your affiliate account. And on there, you will find our banners and your affiliate link. That is the way that you connect with our site. You have to promote your affiliate link, and the minute that one of your consumers or clients clicks on it, they'll be redirected to Desire Experience. And with your affiliate ID is how we track and credit you for that booking. Okay, I have a question here that asks us, what's the process for getting access to your products to market to my customers? Again, if you receive the invitation for this webinar, it is because you are an original affiliate. And if you're an original affiliate, all you have to do is sign into your account, download our banners, your affiliate link, and you're already getting access to our products, and you can just forward those links or post those banners on your website, in your social media account, and any client that clicks on it is being tracked by us, and you will receive credit for any booking that they make. Okay, I have a question here that asks us if we can speak about the price comparison among different resorts. I'm really not understanding that question. If I am understanding it, Desire Riviera Maya Resort is less expensive than Desire Riviera Maya Pro Resort, and our Desire Mansion is obviously the most expensive property within Desire Resorts. I really couldn't comment on actual price ranges because there's many factors that influence that, like perhaps the occupancy, which may be lower at one resort, or certain categories at certain resorts having more demand. So it's very difficult to really put this in numbers for you. Okay, our next question reads, what days are the highest amount of check-ins and checkouts? Okay, the most days, or the days that our resorts are the most crowded, are between Thursdays and Sundays. That's when we have most of our check-ins and most of our checkouts. Okay, we have a question here that also reads, is there visiting privileges between the two resorts? No, there are no visiting privileges between the resorts. If you are staying at either resort, you can purchase a day pass to visit the other resort. Okay, if you have specific questions that really don't have to do with the presentation itself, please send us an email and we'll address those privately. Okay, I have a question here that asks us, what is the process to give customers a quote? This is also a great question. You can either click on your affiliate link and go through our website to retrieve a quote, or you can quote a booking for your guests directly within our affiliates dashboard by using the make a reservation module. If you would like to receive further training on this, please send me an email, and also look forward to our webinars for next month, because we will be doing webinars on our original affiliates program, as far as what tools are available for you, um, how you can take advantage of them, as well as our rewards program and the function that it has. Okay, I have a question here now that asks us if playrooms can be two couples. As long as you are a couple, you can be one, two, or three couples. You can access the playroom, but you do have to go as a couple. Okay, I have a question here. Are the club's clothing optional? That's a very good question. And I have to be quite frank, and they are, but our guests do dress up. However, it is a dress up which is more provocative, more see through, perhaps netting, tops, things of that nature. Okay, I have a question here that says, are guests allowed to take pictures of their partner or selfies together, not of other guests? Not anywhere within the main pool or the clubs, anywhere where there may be other guests around, even though I understand it would be a selfie. This is really not permitted. Our staff will approach the guests and ask them to refrain from taking any pictures or recordings, because at a certain point it'll be difficult for us to really know if it was a selfie or just a regular image. So in order to avoid any dilemmas or making other guests uncomfortable, we do ask guests to refrain from doing so. Okay, I do have a question here that asks us if you have to dress up in a costume for our theme nights. The answer is no. You do not have to dress up. It's not mandatory. But as I mentioned, our guests really look forward to dressing up. So around 90% of our guests do dress up, but it's not necessary. You do not have to dress up. But we do invite you to participate. Okay, I have a question here that asks us if Play between couples is acceptable in the playrooms? The answer is yes. You can the purpose of the playroom is precisely to allow couples to be able to play with each other. So it is permitted. Obviously, you do need consent from the other couple. Okay, I have a question here that reads, how do you book the mansion? Guests or can book the mansion directly on the Desire Pearl website. That's where you'll be able to find the mansion, or by contacting our reservations department. Now, the mansion itself only has 8 suites, so they are in very high demand. A lot of times you will not find availability in our website. Okay, I have a question here that asks, can we share videos on our website or social media? If you're asking about the videos that, like the one I played for you, yes. If you're asking about videos recorded at the resort, as I mentioned, that is not permitted. Okay, I have a question here that reads, is the mansion for couples only? Yes. The whole Desire concept is for couples only. Desire Riviera Maya Resort, Desire Riviera Maya Pearl Resort, and the Desire Mansion. It is for couples only. Now, our next question reads, does Desire ever offer fam trips or agent rates? Unfortunately, due to the concept and out of respect for our guests, we do not do any fam trips at Desire. We do have travel agent rates available for certain travel periods of the year. If you would like to inquire about that, please send me an email and I'll be more than glad to provide you with the information. Okay, I have a question here that asks if we have rentals available for items like slings and items for dungeon play scenes. We do not. We do not have any rentals available. However, we do have a logo shop and you will find some of these items there that you can purchase. Okay, I do have a question here that reads, during the Sexy Young and Wild month, it is not a week, it's a whole month from August 1st through August 31st. Do you allow 3 people to book a room, a couple with a single? Yes. During our Sexy Young and Wild month and our Desire Lifestyle month, we do allow 3 guests in a room. Now, it does have to be a couple with another female. That is the only way that we allow 3 guests in a room at Desire. And one of the reasons for this is because we don't want couples to bring a single male along that may make other couples uncomfortable, because we know how single males in an environment like that can get. So we try to maintain respect for all of our guests. Okay, we do offer group benefits. However, that is not our area. You would have to send us an email so that our groups department can get in contact with you. and look into the details to see what benefits can be offered. Okay, I do have a question here that reads, can same-sex couples stay at the resort? The quick answer is they can stay at the resort. However, I don't know if they'll enjoy themselves the way that they would love to, because mainly because of the entertainment and the activities that it all revolves around heterosexual couples. So for same-sex couples, we do recommend our Temptation Cancun Resort. Okay, I have a question here that reads, can sex take place on the balcony? Again, if it is your room, it will be allowed. Okay, I have another question here that says, is there visiting privileges between the two resorts? I've addressed this as well. There are no visiting privileges. You do have to purchase a day pass to be able to access the other resort. Okay, I have a question here asking us for day pass prices and night passes. We do not have these. These are not allowed. It is only available for guests staying at either of the resorts to be able to purchase a day pass for the other resort. But for people that are not staying at the resorts, this option is not available. Okay, I'm just scrolling through our questions to see if there are any more that may be outstanding. Okay, I have a question here regarding our mansion and its 8 suites. If you can book a group of 4 couples for the mansion, you can. However, it will be very difficult to find dates that will have all of the suites available or half of them. Okay, if you for some reason missed any part of our presentation, feel free to send me an email and I will be more than glad to send it out to you. Okay, I have a question here regarding our Sexy Young and Wild and what is the age restriction. All of our resorts are 21 and older. As long as you're 21 and older, you can stay at our resort during any time period. Okay, I have a question here regarding if clients enjoy the same benefits as members. They do not. This is very important. Our premier members are or have their own exclusive benefits that we cannot extend to our normal guests, because then it will not they will not be exclusive benefits for our members. So no, this is not available, and I don't think it will ever become available. No, no, no need to apologize, anybody. The more questions you ask, the better. The idea of these webinars is to be able to provide you with all of the information that you may require, and just any doubts that you may have. Help me do a better job, because I can prepare myself a lot better to have better answers for you guys or better tips. So again, feel free. Okay, I have another question here that asks us if our COVID tests complimentary. They are right now until June 30th. However, guests must comply with a 3-night minimum stay. Okay, I have a question here that asks us about special diets. If we can accommodate guests with special food needs, we can. Our chef and our or food and beverages restaurant, better said, are very good with this as well. You obviously do have to let us know in order for them to be able to put something together. Okay, how many rooms is considered a group? 20 rooms or more would be considered a group. Okay, I think we're all about done with our Q&A. Oh, one last question just came in, or a couple more. Is the correct email for you the affiliates at original-group.com? Yes, it is. I'm going to go ahead and put my contact information up on the screen for you one more time. Feel free to send me an email. Now, due to the overload of work, the millions of emails that I receive, I do sometimes take longer than I would like to reply to you. However, I do have Monse with me now, and she's been of great help. So hopefully, we'll be able to reply to you in a speedier manner. Now, our final question asks if there is a lingerie shop on site. There is. Again, our logo shop is the store on site that provides lingerie or any other toys that you may require to have fun during your stay. Okay, awesome. Again, you guys have been great. This is my contact information, affiliates at original-group.com, or you can also Skype with me at affiliates or. If you have Microsoft Teams, you can also find me on there with my email address. So I do thank each and every one of you for joining us. We know that your agendas are very busy, so it does mean a lot to me that you do take time out of your day to join us and learn more about Desire Resorts and the Desire concept. I will be hosting webinars during the month of May as well, as I mentioned, regarding our affiliate program and our rewards program. So do look out for those invitations. Again, thank you, everybody. You've all been a great crowd. I am cyberly bowing. Hold for the applause. Thank you again. And I look forward to hearing from you. You all have a great weekend.